Mike, turn your games down.
Hi, we're to episode 336 of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and who's not running around as a raccoon, actually, who's playing as every other character in the game but Sly with me tonight?
I am the lion, the most fiercest thing in this podcast. I may be slightly drunk, by the way, so I'm taking coffee, but, to sober up a little bit. So, yeah. But hey, it's hi. Hi, it's Emanuel. I was going to say, it's hi.
That's Joe. He's not here with us today.
God damn it. But yes, it's Emanuel. Hi.
Hi, guys. My name is Nick. I am joining this wonderful crew to talk about video games today.
Well, hopefully one video game, but I wouldn't count on that. I was staying on topic.
We are.
So,
I like video games.
I like video games as well. I endorse that statement.
So I am completing a PS2 trilogy that I started originally back in 2020. We did Sly 1, 2022 we did Sly 2, and then in June of 2025 we are finally covering Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves.
You would have thought that we would have had a 2-year development cycle just like developers, but no. We took 1 extra year because Mike did not want to do it.
Actually, this game had a 1-year development cycle where Sly Cooper had 3 years, 2 years between 1 and 2, and then 1 year between 2 and 3.
Oh, it shows.
It does. I watched it on YouTube. So I was going to make the joke that it almost took us as long as it took them to make all 3 games as it took us to record about them.
To record this, yeah.
Yeah,
almost.
And you are right, Emanuel. Yeah. There was zero part of me that wanted to come back and do this.
I know.
Zero.
I know.
But I was
had to pressure you into doing it, so.
Well, we finished the Kingdom Hearts series. So now that we're done with that, I'm willing to have you help me. For now. For now, we're done.
For now.
4 will come out someday, maybe. But now that gave me the excuse to pick. Okay, now it's time to wrap up other series that I know Emanuel wants me to do. Ratchet and Clank, Sly 3, Spiral 3.
Yes.
It's weird how I say
hell yeah, baby.
All around the schedule.
All of those trees, including Half-Life 3, baby. No, never.
I do need to do episode 1 and 2 of Half-Life someday, but
I've never played Half-Life, so
it's still good.
Really?
It's a little hard. Still good.
Oh boy,
still good.
They're very good games.
But so Sly 3, which was developed by Sucker Punch, published by Sony, came out in 2005. As I said earlier, 1 year after Sly 2, because they were rushing this fucker out before the PS3 got here.
Yeah, they needed to start development of Infamous, I guess.
Oh, they weren't. When I was reading about them, they weren't even like they had a small team working on this because the rest of the team was working on Infamous.
Okay. Makes sense. It usually is like that with these companies, like, Naughty Dog. Goddamn, what's the other one? Insomniac.
Yeah.
They usually do the same thing of like, I'll give a smaller team like to wrap up one set of games and then have the other one go for the next generation if the next generation is about to come. That's usually how it goes for these dev teams.
I was gonna say, imagine how great of a game Sly Cooper 3 could have been if it was built for the next generation. If we can dream.
I mean, there is a next gen game called Thieves in Time.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Which I'm wondering if we're gonna do or not.
Considering I don't think I can save state it, the answer is no.
I mean, does the RPCS tree have save states?
I don't know. I don't think it does, but I could be wrong.
I would have to check. Let me...
I am right now as I use my handy-dandy computer. Yes, they do.
Handy-dandy notebook.
I mean, it is a laptop, so it could be considered a notebook. So we started off with our memories. I have never played Sly 3. I have apparently never even seen a video of Sly 3 because I recognize nothing in this game. I went into this game with zero idea and also zero memory because when you see characters from 1 and 2, they're like, oh, we run into you again. I'm like, where are you from? I don't remember you. That's multiple times. So,
Jesus.
It's been 5 years since we played 1.
Says the first game, 3 years since the second game.
I did not have any interest in coming back.
You have played... How many games do you play a year, Mike, for the podcast? Like
70,
over
80.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess that could.
I could actually
jumble
list
your mind.
every game I've beaten since I beat Sly 2, but that would be a boring episode. But I could. I have a list of everything I beat and the dates I beat them. but nobody wants to hear that, including me. So, but yes, I had no memory of this game. So that's my history. What about you, Emanuel?
I'm trying to remember because when did I played this on PS3. I never played this, much like the first game. I think that we talked about this on the slide on the first game
years ago. Feel free to say it again.
5 years ago. Just a reminder to everybody that it's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah, I didn't. The only Sly game that I played on PS2 was Sly 2. I didn't play 1 or 3 until I got the Sly collection on PS3. So this is actually my second time playing this game now, and I barely remembered anything. I mean, I did remember some things that we will talk about, but not like all of it, or like what the sequence was, or what the whole deal with the thing was. You know what I'm saying?
I think so.
No, it's kind of similar boat. I was really big into the first Sly Cooper, and then 2 came out, and I played like an hour of it and bounced off as a child because I was just really dumb. And I just don't think I had the mental capacity to accept a third game when I was playing God of War. When God of War was just all I needed in my life at that time.
God of War was the same year, right? 2005?
Yeah, God of War, Psychonauts, Shadow of the Colossus. A lot of just very big dumb brain games.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good games.
Yes.
A lot of good games, and then this one.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm gonna warn you guys because I have a feeling that this episode is gonna be spicy. Because this game is considered by many the best supposedly in the series. Like by many, and I do mean many people. Like it's always a constant like battle between Sly 2 or Sly 3 is the best Sly game, and a lot of people favor 3 way more a lot of the times.
The question
I know.
I want to ask them is, have they actually played any other games in between that time? Like, have they played any other Sly games, I should say? This isn't a bad game, near a bit. I mean, I have issues, but we'll get there. But, like, I don't remember Sly 2 at all, but I do remember I liked it.
Yeah. Going back and playing Sly 1 and having so much nostalgia for that game, and then being a lot smarter and playing Sly 2 and seeing, oh, wow, they fleshed out so much of these characters in this world and mechanics, and then they're like, let's do it again, but have less development time, smaller team, and then make it a mini game collection. That sounds great. I like that.
Yeah, I at least had the opportunity to replay Sly 2 like 2 months ago. I think that when you told me that we were doing 3, I immediately played 2 again because they added it to PS4, PS5.
Oh, you got the trophy.
Obviously, I went for the platinum, baby. I gotta have that platinum. I'm retired from the platinum business, but I will get them if it's my faithful brands and series like this. Like when they drop Ratchet and Clank Trilogy, hopefully one day on PS4, PS5, I will obviously go for the platinums again. But yeah, I did have the opportunity to replay Sly 2, and I know that I came off a little bit hot on Sly 2 when we did that episode. Back 3 years ago. It was I'm since this time I didn't have to do it for the podcast or stream it. I felt like I could take my time and didn't feel the pressure so much.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I also wanted to play this in advance, like a couple weeks in advance, and not leave it for the last week and have that pressure of okay, I gotta finish this game before the podcast, because I knew that I was probably gonna have a terrible time, just like I did with Sly 2. So in retrospect, I will say that Sly 2 is a much better game that I gave it credit for when we talked about it 3 years ago. Especially after playing this third game or replaying this game.
This isn't a bad game, but
it's not.
There's too much of I wanted more of platforming action and not everything the game was like, no, you don't want this. You already had 2 games of this. I mean, yeah, but I waited 3 years, so I have no memory. I'll gladly play the same game over again. I don't want this. Like, I get why they did it, but it was too much for me a lot of the time. Like, there's planes, there's a copter you can fly, there's remote control cars, there's a grapple camera you're using, there's
oh god, the goddamn grapple
something
camera.
other than playing the game.
I know that you haven't played them, Mike, but they went the Crash Bandicoot 3 route because they decided to just add so much goddamn shit that didn't involve platforming, like you said, like the planes. That's straight up from Crash Bandicoot 3. They added that there was a couple of levels where you flew a biplane and shit. You know, I actually, since I had the time and I like observed things a lot, I could, between Sly 2 and 3, I noticed that there were a lot of things that kind of were reminiscent from the Spyro games and Crash Bandicoot games. Like there were some things that I was like, this reminds me a lot of Spyro and Crash in a way. But yeah, it's like I have to, you know, I don't know if he listens to the show or not, but I owe an apology to Daniel Melman from the Overblood group, because I remember that one of the things that I never saw one of the things that I never saw eye to eye with him was that he liked Sly 1 more than the other 2 games, and it was because of the simplicity of that game. Like, that game's just, you are Sly and you are doing thief things, and that is simplicity encapsulated. It's a lot like Spyro 1, where it was just a very simple game. And now I understand him, because this game is just overblown and overbloated with too much stuff that is unnecessary for the type of game that this is. Like, I
can concur with that statement. I had high hopes for this game, and coming from 2 and really liking how they fleshed out and they made each character unique, but also made it still feel like each character was necessary. I felt like I know there was a lot of Sly missions, but I felt like as you collect your team, you weren't Sly Cooper as much as the first couple of games.
No.
And I just didn't jive with that. And I miss the simplicity of the first and the second game. And I was talking to a buddy of mine, and we were talking about his favorite of the Kingdom Hearts series is 2. And I prefer
mine
1.
As well.
I just prefer 1 because 1 just feels tighter, more simplistic, but everything is refined.
I can understand that.
Yeah. And I think this game is interesting, and I'm glad I played it. But it almost doesn't feel like a Sly Cooper game.
Because it's not a platformer in so much of it. And I also, like, the game expects you to remember that you played 2 not that long ago. So when you take a 5-year break, the game doesn't really teach you the controls. Like, I didn't start pit-pocketing people until episode 3.
Well,
there is a tutorial, though.
Oh, where was it then?
Like the danger room.
Because it was optional. I did part of it. Yeah, okay, that's on me. Never mind. I forgot that was there.
Even though I played 2 like a month before, I still did the tutorials just in case, you know, because some things like, you know, they
did a little bit of it.
Some things,
but it didn't have me pit
yes,
pocket. But even then, like, this game really wasn't about you playing as Sly. Like, there's so many different things this game has you do, and I didn't mind it at first. Like, the first episode when you're is it in Italy, I think, where you're chasing after the lion guy. I liked that. Yep. I mean, I liked most of this game. It just, the game got to me, and this game also felt kind of hard.
Yeah.
I had to use the rewind a lot in this game. Not gonna lie.
I had save states. That's how I got through this game. But it's like, I don't think I would have gotten through this game without save states, because there were a few parts where it were like miserable for me.
Even in like the first world, just like the final part where you like have a fisticuffs with the main bad guy. Mm-hmm. I was just not doing well. I was like, oh man, I should be better at this than I am. And I suck at this game right now.
And every goddamn boss battle just takes forever.
So it wasn't just me. Thank you. I had a hard time with that too.
No, it's like they goddamn buffed the bosses to be like super spongy and shit, and they take like twice as much hits to actually like get rid of them finally. Like, I don't know. I think that it's the thing is, and now I understand because I didn't know that it was a 1-year dev cycle that they had for this game. So it explains a lot of why the worlds. Yeah, the worlds are as big as Sly 2, but there's less of them. There's no bottles to find clues and to open vaults. All it almost feels like they just padded out. Like the whole game just feels padded out because they didn't have like too much to do because of the 1-year dev cycle.
It very much feels like they had ideas for a game and they didn't have enough time to properly execute them in the way that the previous games did. The training room, it was just tutorials. It was tutorials you had to activate with a button. And it's like, why couldn't this just be an onboarding mission in the actual world?
Part of just like in Sly 1 or 2, where they like teach you the moves in the intro level. Of like, okay, Sly, now do this. Now
I learned that there wasn't any bottles. Like the first 2 areas, I was running around pickpocketing guys trying to get coins to purchase skills, and I realized there was nothing to collect.
And that's weird.
Yeah, there wasn't bottles, there wasn't treasure chests to find codes for or safes, and I just felt like the world existed for you to place a marker for your next mission, and instead of a menu to go to, and it felt hollow.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. And we're talking about the gameplay. I don't know how you guys feel about the story too, because for the most part, the story also felt like it was just a side quest to me. Like it didn't. Maybe it's because I'm too attached to like Clockwork is the big Cooper nemesis.
Yeah.
So like having this one random guy that we don't really know about. Like be like the main villain now. Just I don't know.
I mean, the story was for me. It was okay. I mean, I didn't realize completely that it's a whole like, oh, so this is how I got here type of story.
Yeah,
and I could have done without that. I mean, the idea that you're putting together a team to do a big heist is kind of cool.
It is. It's just not executed well.
It's a combination thing. Like I kind of like they keep talking about it, but they only talk about it in between missions, and I'm like, I mean. You feel like each time we have an actual purpose, like, do we need to just, like, you feel like we're not really there for that.
Yeah.
It never really feels like when you are recruiting, like, they say that this person is important for this overall mission, but it doesn't really feel that way, in a sense.
Yeah, because as you unlock
it just feels like, oh, it's just another adventure, just another day in the life of a thief, I guess, or something like that.
Yeah, it's just, you get to play a couple levels with the new people playing the levels of Panda King. It was like, this feels not necessary. I feel like this level could have been a cutscene or and it's I don't know. There's a lot of things, and I don't want to sound super negative on the game because I feel like I kind of am.
I think all 3 of us are sounding very negative, even though we can appreciate the game, like we said, like Mike said, it's not a bad game, but
it's not a bad game.
It doesn't feel like it's. But it doesn't feel like it's a great game. It doesn't. It's the thing is
something because of the
yes.
I know one of the complaints for Sly 2 because YouTube is that it was too repetitive for people. So they're like, okay, you think this is repetitive? We'll make sure you don't feel repetitive, and they are correct. I never felt repetitive, but I also wasn't like. I mean, I enjoyed this game. It did take me a while to get into it, though. Like, this took me a bit to finish, because I just didn't really want to play it.
Yeah, I got a little bit of that here and there. Every time I would go into a new location, I would scope it out and see, okay, this is the lay of the land. And then you would get into your missions. And every time I would get into a mission, they had to explain each new concept and each new mini game. And there wasn't a lack of variety. There was almost too much variety that I wasn't playing the game anymore. I was just waiting for the instructions to finish to play this one segment of the game. And then once I finished, I have to learn how to play another part of this game. I wish there was just more Sly 2 in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it feels like
more and less, because if you remember, one of my main complaints about Sly 2 was the whole the RC shopper. I don't know what Sucker Punch's deal is with RCs, because in this one we have the RC car and the RC chopper, and they both suck.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas also has an RC car mission that's hard as hell. It's the time.
That fucking mission. I fucking hated that.
It's the time. Like, it's just that time of gaming where I think they feel like you got it. Like, that's something that people wanted to do for some reason. Maybe it was for some people. Apparently not for us, but, you know, I don't know. Must have been somebody.
Yeah.
I just want to know, like, 2005 was a really, really good year for games. And people playing this game, were they just like, maybe since it just came off of Sly 2, people didn't have enough time to build reverence for the first two games. Maybe they're just like, ooh, more Sly Cooper. Oh, this is cool. You got Sly, you got Murray, you got the turtle. I cannot remember the turtle's name.
Bentley.
I do not believe you. But it just felt like more of these characters. It's like, hey guys, you know these characters. Here are the characters doing stuff. Here you go.
Yeah, again, just like I said, it felt like a side quest. It's like a filler episode more than it is like a.
Because everything didn't feel like you were going for like this. Like, I forgot we were trying to get into a safe, because each time I'm just trying to handle whatever the objective was for that episode. I wasn't even really concerned of what the overall story was. I was like, okay, here we gotta take out this opera guy and get Murray back, and Murray won't join us until the tar stops. All right, so we're going to beat this guy just to get Murray back. And I vaguely remember 3 years ago, Emanuel, you told me that, like, when Bentley got injured and loses, his legs, you're like, yeah, that's going to play a part in the next game. And I'm like, okay. And yeah, I vaguely remembered it when I saw him in the wheelchair and went, oh yeah, he got hurt last time.
Yeah, but this is a tight paraplegic. This guy's cool. Like, I can't remember his name, but his wheelchair can jump 4 times. That's tight.
Oh yeah,
like
we can't jump 4 times. Just saying.
Sly can. I never got that, but
Sly can use a paraglide, which is dumb that you have to unlock it again after you got it in the first game. The second game.
But they make you pay for it, and when you don't know you can pickpocket people, and you have no money, and you're only getting coins by killing enemies and breaking barrels because you forgot how to play this game.
Oh my god!
Series.
Yeah. Oh wow! Oh Mike, I'm so sorry.
I was like, how the hell do they expect me to get all this money? And I'm like, oh, and then I remember, I'm like, oh yeah. And then I looked online, and people were like, you pickpocket enemies. I'm like, oh yeah.
Speaking of
that's the thing.
Murray's pickpocketing is really fun.
I didn't know you could do it. YouTube video.
Do the shakedown?
Yeah, you pick up enemies and you literally just shake the coins out of them, which is...
I forgot that's not in the second game.
No, it's not. Only Sly.
Yeah, I when I replayed 2 months ago, I was like, wait, why can't I pickpocket with... Oh, that's in 3. Okay.
Yeah, it's almost like in the second game, they told you Sly Cooper was the thief. Murray was the strong man, and the turtle was the smarty prance. But now everybody is Sly Cooper, and everybody is nobody. Yeah,
Sly Cooper adjacent.
Yeah. When everybody's super, nobody's super.
One thing that I went through with this game, like the second world, when you go to even Carlita is a playable character in this game multiple times.
Carlita.
Yeah.
That threw me for a little bit of loop. I'm like, I didn't see that coming.
Also,
does
she have a new voice actor?
Yes.
Is she
has that's the funny thing. She has a new voice actor in every game. She's never the same voice actress.
Has she gotten more ethnic with every single video game?
The most
her accent's the thickest, I think, in this game.
Yeah, her accent also changes with every game.
Yeah.
Depending on who's playing her. Because in the second game she's a Latina, basically. And in this one I don't even know what she is, but
I think she's Latina, but maybe she's Cuban. I have no idea. I couldn't tell.
In the second game, she was definitely Latina, but in this one, I don't know.
Oh, just a wild thing. The first time I heard her talk, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I had no memory of this. So
Yeah. Oh, man.
It's so funny.
But I was just surprised with how much stuff, like with you playing as her, and in the second chapter, when the game starts, when you get the stupid koala guy, I did not care for him.
The guru.
Yeah. He's the Yoda of the group.
Yep. That is absolutely 100% what it is.
I didn't like that either. I didn't like that I couldn't understand him because he has no dialogue really. I didn't like any.
And everyone does.
Yeah, I know. That annoyed me. His whole way that he plays, you have to possess people, annoys me. Like, I mean, and that's when the game starts going like in this weird direction. Because like even in that one, you have multiple weird mini stages. Like we have the one where you have to drive a truck and then throw the truck over to capture scorpions for some reason, and then oh no, there's no more water, so now we got to drive through scorpions to refill our tires or something. I'm like,
again, unnecessary padding.
Oh, ton of it, and on the Australia, I mean, this game took me over a week to beat because I just didn't want to.
Sounds about right.
I put 17 different sessions into this game because there was like a couple days where I would play for like 30 minutes or an hour, and I was like, I don't want to play this. And I got really disheartened, and I ate a banana instead.
I mean, it was just something about this game. Like, I forgot that Murray's ball move is how you can bounce him up places to get places that like Sly could get to. I completely forgot about that. So I would run around the long ways to get Murray around the missions because I completely forgot he could bounce.
Yeah. I did the bouncing a lot in the first 2 worlds, and then I used it a little bit here and there, but I'm not a timing person, and so trying to get the X as soon as he hits the ground, that's not my style of game.
No, that's fair. I just forgot it existed. Again, This game is teaching me things all the time that I forgot. I would have rather just had the 3 characters like in Sly 2, and I would have been happy with that.
Yeah, I think that also like less moves or power-ups and shit, because there's a lot that you don't use. There's so much stuff that you just don't fucking use.
I never got them.
I bought so many power-ups and never used them.
Yeah.
Except the ones
I had to use them for trophies, some of them, but most of them it's like
I didn't get most
like
of them.
like Murray, the most useful one, Fist of Flame. Just use it, burn somebody up, there, poof, gone.
Yeah,
Murray gets hard too in this game. Like his missions were not. I remember his missions being more fun in 2 than I did in this. And also, like, Section 2 is all about the stupid mask that the final boss is where it possesses Carlita, and you got to fight a giant Carlita. I feel like that was just there for a kink for people. That's what I remember. I think you made jokes about this before about furries.
I mean, I'm not gonna out myself, but I'm a Carmelita stan. Just saying.
I'll out myself. That part was made for me.
Like, hey, between Crystal Fox from Star Fox Adventures and Carmelita Fox, you know, I dig it, baby.
I forgot I played that game. You reminded me that game existed. Also on the podcast.
I'm not saying there's a government conspiracy to turn us into furries, but I'm saying there might be a government conspiracy to turn us into furries.
But the odds are never 0. Just saying.
When I could get like a big booty Latina covered in fur, maybe that's a good idea.
Damn. And then we got to quote Shadow. I love Latina, Sonic.
Yeah. I think there's something good about that. I think it's healthy for the soul.
What was chapter 3? Oh, 3 I like. 3 is the Baron, right?
Yeah.
The
Black Baron.
One. Yeah.
It was the most creative I felt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got some dumb missions in there, like the one where you have to use the cameras to protect the sewer, and you just press buttons and
the sewer. Yeah.
I didn't prefer that. Or the canoe stuff. The canoe stuff was okay. I didn't mind that, but I did not enjoy when I had to play the Simon Says game pretty much of press, square and triangle depending on where the guard is and time it right. That annoyed me.
Yeah, that wasn't great. I completely forgot about. I mean, then again, I completely had forgotten most of the game on replay. So
that's fair.
Like I knew that there was the Black Baron and that there was airplanes and Mugshot was there. Other than that, I didn't remember anything.
He's from game 1. Yeah. I did not remember until I watched some YouTube stuff before this.
Yeah. He was the second boss.
Dimitri is from game 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's the first boss of Sly 2.
Okay, did not remember that.
Yes.
And just a cool dude.
You have to get down with the funk, man.
Yeah.
What the problem is that when you said that, what I thought of was a thrift shopping chameleon talking to me. So somebody got that reference.
He's like a greasy Italian version of Macklemore. And I think
he's actually French, not Italian.
He's French? That doesn't make
He's French
sense.
because I'm pretty sure that he's French because he's the boss of the French level in Sly 2.
That makes okay. Oh man.
Yeah.
It's how long ago did we play Sly 2?
3
years ago, Nick.
It's been a minute.
don't feel bad. If somebody would have actually wanted to do this series, it might have been done in less than 3 years, but I really had no desire to come back. So
yes.
I was just going through my list being like, I should finish this. I should finish this. I should do this probably.
I wasn't enthusiastic about doing this. I just wanted us to finish the goddamn trilogy at least.
Well, I'm very happy we at least finished it.
Yes, because I did the Prince of Persia trilogy earlier, I think this year or last year, and I was like, man, I really should finish more trilogies from PS2, and that's how we got here. So.
But at least that's a good trilogy to finish.
Mostly. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
2 out of 3 sounds bad.
Hot take, I'm not hot on the Prince of Persia, on those Prince of Persia games. The only one that I really have liked is the 2008 one and the last one, Lost Crown.
That's some wild opinions you got there.
2008 is great. I've not played Lost Crown. I can't speak to it.
So my biggest hot takes are that I'm not a fan of Sands of Time, and I'm also not a fan of Jak 2. I think that is one of the worst games of all time.
That's another series you never pushed me to do yet.
Mostly because I only want you to do the first game and not do the other game.
I mean, this took me 5 years to finish this whole series, so hey, you never know.
That's also a reason, because whenever I was pushing for Jak and Daxter, I was also trying to push Ratchet and Clank and Sly Cooper, and I definitely preferred you doing these over Jak and Daxter.
I mean, so episode 3 of this, I think was mostly fun. I mean, the playing stuff I liked at first, but there's too much. There ended up becoming more of it than I wanted later on in this game. But I mean, the Baron stuff's fun. Like you're trying to recruit this mouse, but then you find out that the mouse is actually the Baron in disguise. But there were some annoying parts with that too. Like, also her boss fight went too long. Like every boss fight.
Oh yeah, that fucking boss fight was unnecessary. I think that it's been like the airplane fight,
but it shouldn't have been
the airplane fights
on the wing.
I thought that the airplane fights were actually like good, you know.
They were fun.
But yeah, the fight afterwards, after you beat a Black Baron and have to like get into fisticuffs. That part was unnecessary. Was like, again, once again, padding, unnecessary pet.
And every boss kind of had that where you beat them and then you got to fight them again. And I'm like, why? Like, I'm okay beating them with their different gimmick, like beating Baron with the plane fight. I don't hear the mask when she's on the truck. That was fine. Like, but you don't need to do more.
I think all these different segments are there for you to replay the challenge versions of them and build up the Theivius Racoonus. Because they just don't feel necessary.
Something. Mike, you didn't do any of the Master Thief challenges, did you?
I don't know what you're talking about, for the record.
Okay. So just like Sly 1, there is not like Sly 1, because in Sly 1 it was like I believe that it was like time trials almost, right? Where you had to go through the level again but faster and shit like that. Almost like once again, and very Crash Bandicoot inspired. The golden relics and all that crap. Anyways, here you had like,
because it was platforming.
Yes. Here, the Master Thief challenges, it's like they give you conditions for certain missions, and it's like anywhere between 7 to 8 missions of each episode. And it's usually kind of not the best ones. Well, some of them, and
it feels like padding. It's like this. Yeah. It feels like bankrupt ideas from a developer that says our game is only 6 hours long. How do we make it 10 hours long?
Yeah.
And like the training room and then the Master Thief missions. Maybe I'm more advanced and games have come a lot farther away from 2005, but this just felt weird.
Yeah, I think that point that you just said answers your question from a couple minutes ago of like, what did people do in 2005? Because that was a different time. But, like it is interesting that
we're adult.
Yeah.
It's that too.
But it's still, there is a difference, because we're still praising Sly 2 for what it did, but yet we're trashing this one. So clearly something they did right with one and not with the other.
Yeah,
fair enough. Also,
so it's like
2 as well.
I mean, but I played it 2 months ago, so I do have like a fresh memory and all that, and I can tell you that all of what Nick has mentioned is completely true. Like, it's not just like
it's just that this game isn't a platformer. It's something very different. Where like if you would have played this game,
game,
yeah, and I mean, it's cool that they do different things, but at the same time, I was in the mood for a stealthy platformer, and I did not realize I was getting a minigame game. Like,
Yeah,
it's like,
and the minigames are not always fun; they're hard.
No, and that's the thing. It's like they were like, okay, we did all these minigames in Slide 2. How about we do even more of them? People didn't like them in 2; they're gonna hate them here.
We gotta pump up. Those are rookie numbers.
Feel like there was an intern on the team that said, "You know what's my favorite game? Mario Party 6. What if we made that?"
And the thing is, I would believe it, because in the Slide collection, there's like one other like game like they made that it's like just mini games.
What?
Yes, it's I think it's Bentley's Backpack or something like that. And it's like all just mini games.
Okay,
it's the dumbest shit.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, because I completely forgot about it because it was over a week ago, in the opera level, and you have this throughout the game, you have the password thing whenever you're in disguise and you got to type in a password.
Oh, yeah.
That was, I mean,
What's
not much.
The password?
It tells you, but I'm like,
Dolcetto, Bolivia Bolcetto?
Tenna Basso Bas.
Thank you.
It's I thought that was really cute because it's so dumb.
Yeah.
And but I kind of wish people had passwords like that. That'd be kind of cool to share passwords with your friends.
The disguise made more sense for him being a thief. So I'm like, okay, this fits the character versus flying planes and RC crap. And like, in the fourth world is when you go to the panda place and you got it he's from the first game, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the Panda King.
The Furious 5.
I mean,
yes.
I don't like how after he joins you, he shaves and now he looks like he did. Like, no, I want the old guy with the beard. Like, why did we change his look?
Yeah.
I know why we did.
Yeah. Yeah.
We already have that model made.
So much better. He looks so much better and so much cooler with as the old man.
Yeah, I mean, his story. I mean, it was cool having him. Like I don't even know why we needed him exactly because he didn't do anything in the last level. If I remember correctly, he doesn't even have a chapter. Maybe he did.
Explosions, baby, explosions, just bang bang.
That's when the game starts getting worse around there because now you have like all these different characters, so you can have levels for everything. Like the helicopter levels, you have to grab people and like throw them. I didn't really care for those.
God, I hated those. Boy, when you have to like in the Black Baron stage, and you have to like yank the tanks, like fuck me. I hated it.
I barely got through that.
I would have preferred. I never missed Slide 2 just having the bombs RC chopper more than when I was playing this goddamn game.
I mean, there's hacking came back too, which is fine.
I always like hacking.
They made it easy. They made it slightly easier than in Slide 2. Just saying.
It was? Oh, okay. Did not realize that.
Yes. In Slide 2, it's way worse to control that stupid thingy and maneuver and shit.
Okay, I didn't like it in this one, but I have no memory of it in the old ones.
I didn't like it in 2, and I didn't like it in here. So
I just there's like only a couple levels with the panda, and I didn't really care for him. Like I was like, I just want to play as Sly. Like again, I'm gonna say it a lot.
I just want to play as Sly.
I know I have 2 other games for that, but when you wait 3 years
in a game called Sly Cooper, there's barely any Sly Cooper.
Yeah, but I don't want to be super down on it. I think the Black Baron's reveal of being Penelope.
Yeah.
I think it's really cute. I think it's really sweet, and how she interacts with the turtle, I think is also very fun.
It is.
It was the whole reveal was very Scooby-Doo.
Yes. Oh God, yes.
It was like, oh, who's the Black Baron? Old Man Jenkins. And I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling Coopers and your stupid turtle.
I don't get why she put you on this whole quest to fight her just so she could join you. Like it made sense.
It was a proving. It was like a proving challenge of like, oh, you want my assistance? You're gonna have to prove yourself, I guess.
It's just her kink. That's all it is.
Okay,
it's her kink.
I'll take that.
Yes.
I do love how they met online, and you could like both of them had Photoshop pictures, but they literally
had fake,
fake Photoshop.
That was fucking hilarious.
That was great.
And then you get to anything else. I don't think there's much to say about the panda world. It was all right.
Yeah, it was like, hey, this evil general kidnapped.
The chicken.
Yeah, the fucking cock. I mean, chicken. Yeah, the rooster.
What was General Shao is his name?
Shao. Yes.
I don't think I got that idea from.
Yes.
I wonder if somebody had Chinese food that day.
Maybe.
Maybe someone had chicken, spicy chicken, He was annoying because you fight him a few different times. You fight him over the bamboo, then you fight him in a bamboo forest, and I'm like, fuck. And then I fight a dragon at the end, and I'm like, this is odd.
Yeah. That whole fight atop the bamboos was interesting.
Okay, so good. It wasn't just me who didn't like it. All right, thank you.
It felt like it was weird for me because like, hey, here's a cool fight on top of bamboos where you almost feel like a thief again, but we're gonna put some annoying stuff in it so you actually don't like it.
You have a fly. Yeah. You float for some reason.
Yeah, it's like cool.
It was basically, hey, we're doing the Matrix in this fight.
Yeah,
I mean, this is 2005. Really cool. The Matrix is huge at this point.
1999. Yes.
Well, Animatrix is 2004, so you're still knee deep in Matrix stuff.
Yes.
I think it's 2004.
Yes. I think was Revolution 2004.
I know I was still in high school, I wasn't 18 yet. So I remember they sent us away and wouldn't sell me tickets.
They only made one Matrix movie.
That's true.
Only one good Matrix movie. I've never seen 4, but I heard that. But that's neither here nor
there. Yeah. Anyways, then you have to fight him down in the bamboos, and he summons really the armies of the dead and the fucking dragon. Like, bro, what?
The dragon was weird but interesting, but I didn't see it coming. That's for sure.
God, I had to use rewind so much in that fucking fight because one of the trophies is beating that boss battle without taking damage. So
okay.
That's terrible. That's a horrible trophy.
Most of the boss battles are like that. By the way, Mugshot is like that, and Mugshot was horrible as well because for some reason, even if you kind of dodged his attacks, some of them would still hit you. Like the hitbox in this game was like, what? So yeah, I had to rewind a lot, mostly for the trophies, but also because the game's just
hard.
Game's hard.
It's hard. Yeah.
Is Thieves in Time hard?
No.
Okay.
That I remember. Not that I remember. Also, in Thieves in Time, because I don't know if we're ever going to do Thieves in Time, you play as other Cooper ancestors.
That I know.
And you don't play as like Bentley, Murray, or anybody else. It's just Coopers.
Is the 4th game he actually makes the time machine?
Yes. Okay. That's why it's called Thieves in Time.
This game ends. Like the little end credits is Bentley talking about making the time machine. We'll talk more about that. But
we'll talk about it later. Let's go.
I do want to talk about it, but I don't think there's so much more to say about the General Spicy Chicken. But he's here.
Once again, another Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, mostly Spyro 3 reference.
Oh
because
God, is Spyro 3 a big mini game too?
Not like this.
Okay.
We'll see how you feel about that one. There is multiple characters just like here.
I did know that. I don't know much about it, but I vaguely knew that.
Spyro
I do think that
still feels like a Spyro game.
Okay.
Yes. It's not like it's been sabotaged by goddamn minigames. And
all right.
And what's the word that I keep using that I already forgot because I'm semi-drunk? Unnecessary.
I'm not drinking.
There it is. I got it. I remembered.
What word was it?
Padding.
Oh, yeah. No,
unnecessary padding.
Yes. Take a drink every time we say padding and you won't remember it.
Take a shot every time Lion says unnecessary padding. We should have made some rules at the beginning of this.
I don't have
any. It's a very dangerous game.
Oh, yes. Very much so. Oh, boy.
Episode 5 is pirate themed.
Yes.
And the one world that I didn't want you to know, because I was like, oh, wait till he sees this.
I've played a lot of pirate-themed games, Assassin's Creed 4, the DLC for 4, the DLC for 3, Rogue, Kingdom Hearts 3 had a pirate stage. Why not? And I have learned that I don't like pirate stages, and then when this game decided you're going to sail the 7 seas, I'm like, ah!
He's doing a long no. I think that Discord muted him.
It did, yeah. It did mute me. And I'll do it for Discord won't mute me. No. Okay. Yeah, Discord mutes you when you whisper sounds.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I was like, ooh, boy. I wonder how Mike's going to feel about this.
He was annoyed. And then I texted Dominic. He's like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that because he knows that I'm just sick of ships. Sick of ships in games, and I mean this one was fine. It was I didn't like it, but it was fine.
It's prototype Black Flag essentially. Like I'd much rather play Black Flag, obviously, and Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oof.
All on this podcast, by the way. Everything I just mentioned, if you're curious.
The
pirate level in Kingdom Hearts 3 is it's actually, I defend it. I think it's good. So it's like this, except way better. In my opinion. Mike doesn't think so. I know.
I just was like, I just want to be Sly. Like, I was just so surprised that I wasn't expecting a pirate state.
I just want to pickpocket, baby.
I did a lot of that, by the way.
Even though I didn't do pickpocket until the 3rd stage.
Yeah, but I did a lot of it once I figured out it was in the game again.
I just want to be Theivius Racoonus, baby.
I did. The pirate ship game, like the mini game with the pirate ships that you can actually go around and like sink ships. I think I'm gonna play a little bit more of that because it seemed kind of fun.
Best way to make money.
It is the best way to make money. You do have to grind so fucking much.
But also the game doesn't warn you that once you leave this chapter, I hope you didn't want to buy any other upgrade.
Oh yeah, because the last chapter, yeah.
That would have been nice to know before I did that, because I was like, I can't buy upgrade, and I have to now do boss fights with all these characters, and it'd be nice to maybe have all the upgrades.
Can you go back in like the main menu and select different worlds? Like,
oh yeah, you could,
because it's like divided into episodes.
I didn't know if I could or not.
Yeah,
you could.
Oh, okay. That's on me. Damn it. Oh well. At the same time, I had save states. So I didn't need to repeat. I was like, I can do this, but it would have been nice. I would have spent more money. But I had a lot of money.
The thing I don't necessarily like about it is that, oh, hey, you get like upgrades because of that one Dimitri mission, and you don't really see the difference.
Oh, there's an upgrade for Dimitri?
The ship. There's a mission where you go underwater as Dimitri to get upgrades for the ship.
Oh, you just get the little cannons on your ship that make it look cooler, but it doesn't actually get better.
But they don't do shit because they don't feel more powerful or anything.
No, they did not.
Like, again, it's not like Kingdom Hearts 3 where you got the upgrades of the ship and you became more powerful.
Oh, and the ship stuff was okay. I mean, again, they're trying to do different things, but at the same time, I'm just like, I don't want to do different things. I just want to play the game that I thought I was playing. So I was annoyed.
Well, you can always go back and play Slide 2.
I know. Again, these are me problems. I need to make sure that is educated in this episode that these are me problems. Like I've said before, this is not a bad game.
Mike, this is a safe space. This is we problems. I think we all share the feelings.
We do,
This is we seriously doubt why this game is the favorite of everyone. Safe space, yes.
When you said that, I was like, bullshit. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I do think that most people who still say that probably haven't replayed that game since 2005 or something. And if they have, hey, it's their opinion. You know, they like what they like.
As long as you played the game recently, I'll respect your opinion. But if you haven't played the game since 2005 and you're just going off, the memory of 2005, there's a very good chance that you were like, I was happy in 2005 because I was a kid. So I don't know any better. Like, yeah, okay, that's different. So that's just remembering.
It's always fascinating. Yeah, it's always fascinating, like, going back to games and like, oh, this game actually holds up really well. And then going back to another one and being like, oh, this does not hold up at all.
Oh, God, yes. It doesn't happen as much anymore in the show, but yes, it has many times.
Yeah.
Also, this game is not even in... it's only in one Awesome Games Done Quick, and they only did the first episode.
Really?
So, yeah, this game is not beloved enough. I mean, like, you're not beloved when you're not in Awesome Games Done Quick, really.
Well,
I'm guessing the first two are?
I'm guessing. I don't...
Okay.
I didn't really look it up, to be honest, this time.
I'm trying to remember. Is this the level where they use the stupid camera?
What do you mean? Oh, the grapple camera?
The grapple camera?
I think it's Panda World, maybe. Or is it this world? I don't remember. Maybe it's this world. Yeah, because you get to this world, you have to get the grapple camera right away to start the world.
Yeah, fuck that.
Grapple camera wasn't really... I didn't like it.
I fucking hated that grapple camera.
It's also hard to use at times. Like, I mean, I got used to it, and I got good at it, but it had its problems too.
Also, talk about a kind of pointless mission. Having to lead Penelope back to the hideout because she got blind because of
couldn't wait.
Because she couldn't wait. Like, God fucking damn it! Talk about fucking padding.
That was a dumb mission because you also had to like if you weren't close enough, she wouldn't know you're there, and then she wouldn't. I lost her at one point, and she was getting beat up for a bit before I realized, oh yeah, she's not following me anymore. So.
There is at this point in the game, I kind of got this feeling maybe this game was meant for parents with children. You could have your child play a couple levels, and then they would have a difficulty spike, and then they would pass the controller to the parent. It's like, here, now you can play it. And since there's so much variety and all the different things you do, kids wouldn't get bored. But as an adult, I was like, man, there's too much stuff going on. This is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is also the era when you got to make games longer too. I mean, this wasn't. I mean, I know we still go through this, but I still feel like the PS2 era was notorious for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rogue Galaxy.
I never played that game even when I bought it 2 times. One day
I started that game, and I don't know what it was that just it didn't click for me for some reason. By the way, completely forgot stereoscopic 3D.
Oh yeah, they asked me to put on my 3D glasses a few times. I was like, that's nice.
Yeah, I actually have those in my drawer.
I actually have the pair that came with the PS2 version because I have a physical PS2 version, and I think I have them. I didn't take them out to try and use them here, but I have them.
I have the physical PS3 version of this game. I bought the set of Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank. I bought all those thinking I was going to get to them one day. So,
and hey, you've almost gotten through them, but not through those means.
I mean, we haven't touched Jak and Daxter yet, so there's still that whole series.
Yeah,
I know your opinion, so yeah.
Hey, we can just play the first one and never play the other ones. I'll be happy.
I will go to bat and say Jak 3 is a very good game.
Jak 3 is a better game than Jak 2. That's all I'm going to say.
Very low bar.
I do want to play Jak 2 just because I feel like I should experience that game.
God. You are going to use save states and...
I use save states everything. I play rhythm games with save states.
Yeah, yes, Michael. But you are going to use them even more than you did in this game. Imagine. Like, you think this game's hard? Jak 2 is hard. It's the Dark Souls of all these games.
Yeah.
Okay, so after you finish episode 5, you fight a parrot. The whole thing is you fighting a parrot, which was...
Oh, God. These bosses are also, like, so unmemorable, most of them. Except for the Black Baron.
I had to look up what to do, because I didn't understand it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, that fight, too. Oh, fuck
weird at first. It was just like, I don't understand the point. Then I'm like, once I understood it, I cheesed it with save states, but I was just like, I just didn't understand what the game wanted me to do.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I was like, what do you want me to do, game? Exactly? Like, you just threw me into this shit, expecting me to understand what you wanted me to do?
Yeah, like, it doesn't really give you, like, I need a tutorial how to fight this guy. Like, I don't understand the concept, because I've never done this before, and every time I try to hit him, he blocks.
Yep.
Because you gotta wait till he bows for some reason.
I don't know how to help you with that. It's a decision.
It was a decision. They definitely decided on something.
Wouldn't say something good, but they did decide on something. So
they did decide on something.
Yeah, that was and then you get to the last world.
I think that summarizes the entire game. Like, they decided on something.
The last world, I thought this game was hard, but then the game went, you ain't seen nothing yet.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Nothing. Oh my God. That last world just took me and beat me down, punched me in the face, hit me while I was down and screaming. Oh.
Okay. The game was like, gonna take you for a ride.
Oh, the Carmela, whatever her name is, level.
Carmelita.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fine. I'm like, okay, this isn't so bad. Then the second one with the guru was just stupid as hell.
Oh, the sharks.
The shark. Oh, yes. My. And if I wasn't doing save states, that would have been a pain in the ass because it didn't take much. You lose your sharks and have to go through the whole get your sharks back. And I'm like, this is annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And then the game was like, you ain't seen nothing yet. Because then you get, I think, the Dimitri level with the swimming.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I have never wanted to just I had to literally save state in between every single gate in order to pull that level off.
Are your reflexes good? You're gonna find out.
I mean, I can't imagine doing that without save states because there's so little time. You'd have to memorize it.
Yeah, I that was also a constant throughout the game. I was like, how did I do this without rewind, without save states, without anything on the PS? Like all those years ago.
You had time.
I guess.
You were a kid.
I mean, I was an adult, but okay.
Oh.
Again, it was like 2012, 13, 14. I don't know.
Or just persistence. I mean, like, I could see that level. Eventually, you'd memorize it. Because there's a pattern to how they do it. Like, they make you go the opposite directions a lot of times. You could kind of figure out patterns. But it really annoyed me. And I just did not enjoy it. And I was just frustrated. Like, and then the boss fight was also annoying until I read online how those stupid things he shoots at you work.
Which one?
Left to the right. When Dimitri's boss, the big underwater fish thing, he shoots these bombs at you, and I thought I just had to get away from them, but you have to see which way they turn at the end, and that's how you dodge them.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm trying to remember how I did it.
They're spikes. You either go up or down or left or right, depending on how they end. But I didn't know I was looking for that, so I didn't understand it until the internet told me.
Oh, okay.
Because I was dying. I'm like, what the fuck? So, but that Dimitri stuff was like, I like the first level Dimitri that you did underwater, but that boss stuff was it's not enough time to get you trained for what the game is going to ask of you. It was too much.
Well, they're trying to make sure that you get enough playtime in so that you can finish this game and be like, yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore.
You're like, got my money's worth.
Got my money's worth.
It was really annoying, and I was very upset. What's after Dimitri? I don't remember the third one.
He joins in chapter 5.
No, I know what I mean. What's after in chapter 6? Like, what's the next mission? I can't because I want to talk about the last mission, but I can't remember.
After Dimitri in chapter 6, I think it was the RC. The
RC one was simple and stupid.
Yes, it was just instead of shooting, just launch them to the side, which
race and bumper them.
Which sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't.
It was just weird to me. It was like, why is this here?
Mm-hmm. Padding.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's really all. That's all it was, and I'm just like, okay, fine,
take a shot.
Whatever. Thankfully, I am not. I would not be okay. So I'd be passed out. I think by now.
I think everybody would be passed out at this point.
No, I know some alcoholics that would be just fine.
But yeah, and after that, it's the plane.
The plane was okay.
The boss battle play.
That was dumb.
Plane boss battle. That was. I just shot from the side whenever he was.
I did that too.
Doing the wave thingy.
He does the green shit behind him that would only really work because the only way to hurt him is like, this is a stupid weapon.
Yeah.
He wasn't. It was okay, but I wasn't. I was like, oh, I get to play a slide, and I go flying. I'm like, this is not what I expected.
This is not what I signed up for.
And I forget what was next. I don't have it pulled up, unfortunately.
After that, I don't remember. We just end up at the vault, I think.
Okay, the vault was all right.
It was an interesting level, to say the least. At least the Sly Cooper part.
Yeah,
because it was like, okay. Because it was like, okay, you've played 3 games. This is like the ultimate test of like get through this gauntlet of like Thievius maneuverability. But
at the same time, like we hadn't done it all this game, and I was kind of surprised that now it's here. But I mean, it was cool. I don't want to understate that I was actually, I remember being really excited that it was here.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing to say about this game, but I was really excited that it was here. I was like, oh, I can actually do some platforming. Wow.
They made an entire game of you not necessarily enjoying it, but they're like, here you go, little piggy. We got it for you. We got the thing you wanted all along. Here you go. You're going to like this game now.
It was hard, though.
Yeah,
it was a hard platforming level with a lot of save states for me, but it was still cool to have.
I kind of wish I had save states because I was just banging my head on most, like the last 2 worlds. I was just fail, pause it, walk around my room, and then do it again.
I mean, there's a reason why I never played this game legit. It never will. So
yeah,
game's hard.
There's a reason. There's a reason why I love that they are throwing all these PS1 and PS2 games with rewind and save states because
Forgot a word. Starts with a T. Next letter is R.
The T.
Oh, trophies.
Oh, trophies.
Love your trophies.
I mean, some of them, not all of them, but some.
Even if you don't go for platinums, I think you still like getting trophies, don't you?
No, not really.
Platinums?
Yeah.
The
mean,
game
well,
does
then again,
give you a lot of trophies. Like I felt
then
like
again, I have gotten a lot of games where I'm missing like one trophy because I'm not doing that, and I've gotten all the other trophies. So,
And then you had the level with Bentley where you got to the Bentley one was okay, except the enemies don't stop respawning at one point.
Oh, God. I hated that.
That got to me when I realized they don't stop. Like, they're never ending now. And I'm like, you just got to time it right. And I'm like, this is because I had used safe state. He still gets hit really easy. And he drops the fucking mirror, and then you got to go through it again to get the mirror back. And I'm like, this is annoying. And the Murray one was actually hard. Like, I had used save states with that because, Murray was getting killed because there were just so many enemies.
To rewind so much in that fucking...
It is cool that everybody gets a stage, but...
You get this feeling of everything's coming together.
Yes.
Yeah.
All these mini games are for a reason, so you know how to play the last, but it was still a little too much.
Can't wait for it to end.
I mean,
God damn.
How I felt.
The end can't come quick enough.
I can say for certainty that this game was a game.
Definitely was a game. It's one of the games of all time. That's for sure.
One of the games.
And then that final boss fight, I was swearing I texted in the chat a little bit. Oh man, was I the first part was fine where you're fighting the final boss. Then he had these electric balls of hell around him, and I'm like, he's cheating.
He cheated. I cheated. I used rewind on that fucking.
I had save states, but I was still having a really hard time even touching him.
Yeah. It's a really bad boss battle.
Good, it wasn't just me.
No, it wasn't just you, Mike.
Sometimes in games, I feel like it's just me. I could do create my own.
Well, there's definitely times where it's you, and we've acknowledged that in other episodes of the podcast. But for this one, I will grant you that it wasn't you.
I learned how to charge the cane for this fight because I didn't know you could charge it.
Yes.
Hopefully you bought upgrades for it though. Otherwise,
I found that the upgrades really didn't do that much, except that he spins for longer. So maybe you have a bigger probability of hitting them, but it's not like it does more damage to anyone.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure how it worked. I used the slowdown time to actually be able to hit him. So I had that upgrade.
Fuck, I never used that power up in the entire game.
I didn't use it till the final boss fight because I didn't need it. But the final boss fight, I needed every advantage I could get.
I didn't even remember about that until you just mentioned it.
I only remembered it because I had to use it because I was like, what the fuck am I going to do to beat this guy? And I'm like, oh, I have this. So, fine. That was really hard. I had a really hard time with him, and I was getting so pissed off. And there's something about the PS2 era where they had some really annoyingly, stupidly hard final bosses. Ratchet and Clank 1, I'm looking at you. And this is another one of those. And then you don't even beat the game as Sly, because then it switches to the Fox, and you kill him as her.
Carmelita.
Didn't want to bother again.
Hey, it's poetic. It's Herb. It's his love interest, so.
I did like the ending where he forgets his memory, you think, but he didn't. and he's like, he's like, who are you? Who am I? And she's like, you're my partner. That was cute.
Yeah.
And I really thought he lost his memory until he leaves a note for them saying, yeah, don't come looking for me. I'm fine.
Yeah, and then you see Bentley spying on him, and he just knows that Bentley's there, and he just winks at him.
Yeah, the sense of closure in the entire game I felt was good. The story I really enjoyed, even though it was this flashback story of just trying to get back to the original first level. It felt fun. And I kind of liked how everything there was the sense of closure at the very end felt right.
Yeah, it did.
Everybody had their happy ending, and I think in a children's game, because this is a children's game, this is a stupid children's game, but it's good. It felt like I was playing a Saturday morning cartoon.
I mean, that's ultimately what Sly Cooper is, if you look at it, because every episode is like an episode of a cartoon show.
Yeah, fair enough.
Man, before Sly 4 came out, they actually released shorts, Sly Cooper shorts, and it was I don't think that they were voiced. I think that they were silent, kind of like the shorts that they did for Sonic Mania, where it was in the style of old Sonic but silent with no voices or anything. and it was just like pantomimes and shit.
Okay.
Actually, one of the things in this game as well is that there's like and it's not just photos. There's also like videos, and some of them are shorts, and it's like they're side adventures and shit in between jobs in this game.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, you should probably go back and check them out, or YouTube them.
No, I'm done.
Mike, they're cool.
I moved on.
They're much better than the game.
I moved on with my life.
Like, there's one episode where they're trying to steal like this priceless cheese or something, like a big wheel of cheese or something like that. I forget. I know that it's like really funny and it's really great. Like,
okay, I'm happy it exists then for you.
That's also the thing. Like, I feel like the other games were at least somewhat slightly more humorous than this one. Like, this one, I don't know.
The game had humor, but it also felt very, very serious.
Yeah.
I felt like the first 3 worlds, there was more humor and like everything kind of was a joke. And then as you get into General Tsao, everything kind of became way more serious. Like there wasn't as much jokey going on.
I mean, I don't think that there's a way to actually like be too jokey about it going into forced marriage after being captured by an enemy. So,
well, maybe they could go on like a fun honeymoon or something.
It was definitely a fun honeymoon when Sal got busted up by Carmelita.
Okay, that was a really cute moment.
I mean, I think I would pay a lot of money to get busted up by Carmelita. I'm just saying.
But it was just and then the fact, I mean, like I knew when he says the whole time machine, I was like, well, that's where that's where the next one comes in, even though the next one's not even made by Sucker Punch, it's made by some other studio.
Sansuru Games.
Okay.
Have they done anything since this?
Sansuru since Thieves in Time.
Yeah.
God, they did something, and I don't remember what it was. Sansuru Games actually did the Sly Collection, but they also did. I think that it was them that did the Sonic Boom games.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I could look it up to actually answer our question, but
yeah, I think that's easier.
Okay, I'll go with it. I'm good. I was just curious. I mean, so do you think I should actually get the Sly 4 someday, Emanuel? Like
I say yes. People are gonna say no because a lot of Sly 4.
That's what I heard. But if it's easier, I'm interested.
I feel like it was easier for me.
I have yet to play Sly 4, but if it's anything more like the first 2 games, it sounds like it could be a good game.
So Sansuru Games did what's the name of this? Asgard's Wrath 2, that VR game.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
VR.
And right, Sansuru also did help with Spiral Reignited Trilogy because they were basically running out of time with the third game. So they helped, what's their name? Toys for Bob with development of the third game.
Okay.
So that, and they did so they only did Sonic Boom, the second one, Fire and Ice.
Isn't that the one everybody hates? Or is that the first one? I can't remember.
Both they hate. So
okay. I mean, it's Sonic
people.
They hate everything because
yeah, but some of these games they
deserve it. What you're trying to tell me?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met a Sonic fan in real life.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm a full Sonic fan, but I do like some Sonic games. So
my position stands.
Anything else to say? We also have met us in real life, so we're all in 3 different states and country or whatever the hell you're in, Emanuel. I don't know because you're not a state, but you're not a country. I don't know what you are.
We're a garbage island, apparently.
Puerto Rico is the 51st state of America.
No,
Canada. Canada's gonna be the 51st state. Why would we care about the U.S. Virgin Islands or Puerto Rico, the lands that we actually own and control? No, we care about the land that we don't, that wants nothing to do with us. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
anyways,
I mean, I'd be okay with Canada. I'd leave.
Canada has Tim Hortons. I think that's why we want it. It's a coffee.
I don't know.
Yes, we had them actually here, but then it closed. Now we have a Dunkin' Donuts right where it was.
That is
not to be biased, but Puerto Rican coffee is better coffee. Just saying. Anyways,
you're closer to the rainforest. True. So
It's an island.
I know, but it's closer than we are. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I was going to say I'm tired and drunk, but I'm not drinking. I'm just tired.
You're not the one that drank.
I
Oh, God.
All right, let's go to questions, comments, or memories. Let me.
Yes,
we don't have anything else to say,
please.
right? Okay.
I don't think so.
It's a game.
It's definitely a game.
Nothing from that group. Nothing from that group.
Nothing from that group.
One from World of Sly Cooper official group from Eli Pacula.
wow.
Sly 2 was criticized, albeit very little, because the game was acclaimed by all for being too repetitive in the mission, so they tried making the mission different from one another rather than a copy and paste like 2 did. For me, it goes 2, 1, 3, 4 in order to from a most to least favorite. I remember being kind of let down once I'd beaten 3 for the first time because I expected more. Still fun, but way too short. Game wasn't
way too short?
So
yeah, in a sense, I understand him. It is a shorter game compared to Sly 2, in my opinion. Even though it feels like a long-ass game.
And then I also posted in Sly Cooper Fan Club, and I got a bunch. I might not read all these, we'll see. From Matt June, 2 is my favorite. I agree. From Richard Johnson, I really enjoyed it, to be honest, and I liked the ending a lot. Obviously, it did have a different feel, but I welcomed it. I thought it was a great addition to the Sly Cooper IP. Yeah. From Brad Bowles, 2 will always be my favorite, but 3 did bring a different vibe and play to the series that was really fun.
People are allowed to have opinions.
Exactly. Even if they're wrong.
I have no problem with people I'm glad people like this game. This isn't like a bad game, like third or fourth.
Yeah.
With that. It just, I also think it would have helped had we played this, maybe sooner than 3 years. Might have helped.
I don't think it would have helped with anything.
From because I cannot say that last name. In my opinion, the third game sacrificed story in place of a varied gameplay. The story doesn't align with Sly Cooper as a character as I see it. There's too much focus on the price and too little on the deed itself. That being said, it has some of the gameplay that I have enjoyed the most in the series. The variation works, and I really like the different characters you get to play. And the scene with the Panda King where he is talking to his old self, that part is just pure genius, in my opinion. Fantastic way to explore how he comes to terms with himself and being part of the Cooper gang.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I liked that part, except for the fact that we never go back to it.
Yeah, it doesn't. I thought he was going to betray us in the final mission or something.
I thought that there was going to be at least a little bit more of him, fighting with his inner self, with his old inner self. Which, by the way, we didn't mention that you actually do get to redo the Panda King fight from the first game in this game. Not completely, but
It was there. I was like, oh.
It was there. I liked it. I liked the concept of it. It was a neat throwback.
Yeah.
I
have nothing against the story of the game. The story is probably my favorite part of this game, but that's not saying a lot.
No. Next question.
Right. Let me pull that back up because I got distracted. And from CHJ, best one in the series. All right.
There you go.
Sean Welsh, 2 was the best. 3, yeah, I remember playing it and I just felt weird. Pretty sure I wasn't able to beat it either. Can't completely remember. From Janie Post, I feel like the third game was so rushed. I got so annoyed. Slide 2 was perfectly done. It looked smooth, less cartoony, and a great story. The first was great too because it was a great introduction to the characters. From Bailey Shelton, Sly 2 will always be my favorite, but Sly 3 brought some amazing story and gameplay. My favorite part of Sly 3 is probably the ship sailing. Sly did it before AC Black Flag, and just the overall theme of it coming together was pretty cool for me. From Zach Ashworth.
It does feel like I almost feel like Assassin's Creed may have taken from Sly Cooper. I mean, the pickpocketing, the ships, the bringing a band of thieves together. Right, we didn't talk about that part in the 5th episode. The map power up, but you have to do the scavenger thing. Fuck.
Oh yeah, that was from Zach Ashworth. 2134 is my order. Still absolutely love 3 though. I played it 5 times. The first time I played it, I didn't appreciate it because it was so different from the Sly 2. Yes, it's similar enough, but it's less about sneaking and more about let's throw 50 types of gameplay at the wall. As soon as you get used to something, they go, let's change it up again. Was not a fan the first go around. When I played it the second time, I tried to look at it differently, and man, I love it. From Mitch Peters,
I've played it 2 times, and I still feel the same.
From Mitch Peters, I actually love the gameplay in 3. The gameplay in 2 can get a bit rep, in my opinion, where this game brought something more diversity. Having said that, I still think 2 is the best game overall. All right, here's from Heather Ariel. It's still enjoyable, but it's the least favorite in the series. There were many boss fights or sequences that were just painful to play. 2, 1, 4, 3 is her order.
2, 1, 4, 3. Wow. Okay,
Finally, someone
with a noggin.
Finally, someone that doesn't absolutely hate 4 because of something that happens.
From Levi Oliver, 3's villains were a lot more shallow than the first 2. Yeah, he's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
The villains in this game only exist.
Yeah. They're not memorable.
Like, okay, so we're going to create this environment and we need something that's thematically similar to this environment. And
like, again, the only villain that's memorable in this goddamn game is Black Baron. Once you think about it.
He's not really even a villain.
No.
And it's not even a villain.
Yeah, it's just... I'm going to remember more about this game because of reasons I don't want to have. Versus, like, Sly 1 and 2 are just perfect nostalgia pieces of video game history to me. And then this game came out.
Mm-hmm. I also think once we get in, once like you think about it, it does feel like Sly 2 was like the perfect ending to the. It's weird saying it because just 2 games, but it was kind of the perfect ending to the series as well. Like,
yeah,
you know, it almost doesn't feel like in retrospect. It felt more like the ending of a 3rd game instead of a 2nd game because even though it was like kind of made me felt like an Empire Strikes Back situation where everybody lost, quote unquote. But you know, Murray gave up the whole superhero thing. Bentley got crippled, and Sly got captured, even though he escaped. But you know,
even in the very beginning of this game, the whole notion of trying to find the Cooper Vault is explained to you by an inmate that you're serving time with. It's like that just seems so half-assed.
No, it's an inmate who used to be a part of Sly's dad's crew.
Yeah,
like, but that's the point of M as well. Like he was the brains, he was the Bentley of Sly's dad.
It just seems so fabricated.
Yeah,
that's fair. All right, I got just a couple more to read.
Yeah, sure.
Back up, put down Vampire Survivors. From Quentin Brosard, I have to say Sly 2 is my hands down favorite, but Sly 3 was really good too. Even after I cleared it, I was like, that's it? Where's Sly 4? And then we got Thieves in Time, and that really left me with a cliffhanger.
Oh boy.
Less interested. We're never getting to Sly 5, I'm pretty sure.
Nope.
Hey, 2025, baby. Maybe we'll get Sly 5 the Game
Tony
Awards.
had their chance to announce it.
Hey. I mean, Jeff Keighley could be saving it for the end of the year. I believe that. No. Here's the deal. Because the only people who could make it, I guess, would be Sanzaru, unless there's some other team that wants to do it. But obviously, Sucker Punch, much like Naughty Dog, they're done with Sly Cooper. Like they were done with the 3rd game. So you know, and Sony is like, I don't understand, you know, Sony. Because when you look at Nintendo, they at least like sometimes outsource some of their franchises to other studios, you know, to do them. Like, and obviously there's like varying results. Sony also did that back in the PS2, PS3 days, but they have been very hesitant to do that since the PS4. Like outsourcing their flagship franchises to studios who aren't the original creators, which I found kind of stupid because there are some of these IPs that they could continue and they have potential to continue, but they don't want to.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Sony have no IPs? I thought they said that one time.
Supposedly there's no IPs. I don't know what they're talking about.
Okay. I was pretty sure it was them.
You know,
I like to make that
Killzone doesn't exist. Resistance doesn't exist. Like Cooper doesn't exist. Jack and Daxter doesn't exist. Wretched and Clank. Those
exist. All right, and last comment. This is for you guys from Oriel Salmon. For me, Sly 3 is the best because it has the best gameplay for each character. Bentley and Murray are so cool to play compared to Sly 2, where the levels are only intended for Sly, I think. I love playing different characters, especially Carmelita and the variety of the missions. I know there is no bottle, but we can replay all the missions and there is challenges. Way more interesting for me. And the 2-player minigames. I played a lot with my siblings. Sly 2 is the best story in an objective way for sure, but Sly 2 is the funniest game for the 4. Maybe he meant something about 3 is the best. I'm not sure.
I didn't understand the last one, but
I didn't either.
Whatever.
I think you meant wrong word. We'll go with.
Yeah, and he completely forgot because I'd never played this game multiplayer, but this game does have multiplayer.
Yeah, it feels like a child and parent should be playing this game.
I think that you know what, that could be an interesting take to Sly Cooper. Do it. I mean, I don't know. It could have like mixed results, but do it like It Takes Two or a split fiction or whatever. Make it a co-op adventure with Sly and Carmelita, for example. I don't know.
That would be fun. Like them going on a date and then figuring out that they got to bust this guy, and that'd be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Or, do like a dual protagonist situation and you control both, but both take like different approaches to taking down said enemy,
Okay, let's be careful what we're talking about. This might be like a $20 idea right here.
All right, I got a couple. We're going to give away a code before we go to Shelf Stacker Box. And this is a Steam code for Behind the Frame, the finest scenery. No fucking idea what this is.
I have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
Your Steam code is 7Z6RDVGI4VWVRM8. That is your Steam code for Behind the Frame, the finest scenery. Whatever the fuck that is. Okay. I always like giving away codes. Really do. All right. Then we'll go to Shelf Stacker Box. And Emanuel, why don't you lead us in?
Oh, boy. What do you lead? Let me lead. Oh, boy.
You want me to.
This is... God. I don't absolutely hate this game. So I can't... I don't think that I can, box it. But I also don't want to put it in the shelf because I actually don't think that I want to replay this game. Maybe 10 years from now, just out of curiosity, because I'll probably forget why I didn't really, really like this game compared to 2 and 1. But yeah, I think that it's like a stack just right there in the middle. Just maybe out of curiosity, 10 years from now, I may check it out again, but I really have no intention to go back to this game.
Oh, that's
it's just we mentioned it so much, but it's so much padding. There's so much padding
there
in
we
this
go.
game because
there's the word.
I had to put it one more time before we got out of this. It just feels like they were rushed. They were pressed for time, and they were like, okay, how can we fill up this game? To make it run for 10 plus hours. Many games, baby. Many games. Brilliant idea, Mike. Let's do that. Let's put in all the obnoxious mini games that we can and just again, Spiral Tree has mini games and Spiral Tree has multiple playable characters, but Spyro is still at the center of it. It's still the essence of it. It's not like the rest of it takes over and it's no longer a Spyro game. This one, it's like, Sly Cooper is not the main attraction.
Okay, I'll go next. I'm gonna put this in the stack too. I had a good time at times. I got very angry with the game at times. I didn't hate it. I had played worse games recently for the show that made me more upset. So it's gonna go in the stack because it did have some cool moments. But I am really glad that we can wrap up this PS2 trilogy. So PS2 has some amazing trilogies, and it's feeling good to start getting a few knocked out on this podcast. And 3 years is a long time not to play, a game.
Yeah, and guys,
and Nick.
Guys, I've been pretty negative about this game from the beginning to the middle.
Didn't help that.
And this choice may be surprising. I'm putting this in the box, man. I'm taking out the trash.
Oh God.
I'm putting it in my recyclables, and I'm just getting rid of this game. To me, there's Sly Cooper 1 and Sly Cooper 2, and then there's fan fiction.
In a way, you could say that. I mean, Sly 4 is, a lot of people consider that the fan fiction, but you could maybe say that it started with this.
Yeah, I wanted to like this game, and it started off really cool. That first introductory level was like, all right, we got Sly Cooper, we got some new people, we got stuff going on. And then the more I played of it, I realized these people did not like Sly Cooper. And so, I'm sorry. I know maybe like 20, 30 people probably worked on this game, but man, maybe it should have been less.
Or more. I think it should have been more.
Yeah, maybe something good could have come out of this game.
And maybe not rush your team to get this game out within less than a year. Maybe not do that.
Yeah.
Publishers.
Yeah.
Give them some little time. Like, it's okay.
I think, when did God of War 2 come out? Wasn't the PS3 was the PS3 already out by that point?
No.
PS3 was already. It was 2007. It was the same year as the PS3 came out.
See, that developer knew, it was like, no, we're just going to make a good game. Like, what a hell of a game.
Really good.
I mean, again, sometimes it's not necessarily the developer's shot. Sometimes it's the publisher, aka Sony.
100% publisher.
So it's like sometimes we blame the devs a lot of times, and sometimes it's mostly the being like, okay, you gotta print me this, you gotta put that in my office by this morning.
I'm very happy that I played this game. It's really good to understand that this game exists. Like, I love grilled cheese, and I like eating a good grilled cheese. And every once in a while, I got to remind myself that you can put bad, moldy cheese inside of a sandwich, and it tastes bad. Good to have that point of reference.
I see where this game hurts you.
Yeah.
It's a game.
Right.
It's a game. It's one of the games of all time.
Next week, you can hear me talk about Detroit Become Human. That's my episode.
Oh boy, talking about a game of all time. Sweet baby Jesus.
Talk about a good game.
I mean,
hey,
I'm enjoying the movie I'm watching so far.
Hey, don't come to the show with those.
What a great game. I like David Cage. I think he makes fantastic video games.
I mean, I wouldn't go that
far. So far. I'm enjoying the movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Detroit for what it was, and then people started like smack talking it, and I was like, okay.
I think halfway done. I don't know. I'm playing it really quick.
It goes by pretty quick.
2 other games. So that too. But
I mean,
someone's gotta beat a lot of games through a podcast.
Just make sure everyone survives, Mike, please.
Joe already told me I can repeat chapters, so I had a guy get shot in the face, and I went, nope, that never happened, and we repeated the chapter, and it didn't happen. So.
Good.
Yeah. That's what you hear about next week. You hear about Detroit Become Human. Yeah, and I guess just go to plugs. And Emanuel, where can we find you at?
Hey, I'm on sabbatical, but I am. It's twitch.tv/Emanuel is still somewhere, even though I'm not streaming anymore. But yeah, it's somewhere.
Okay, I hope we come back to it eventually.
Maybe next year. Who knows? I'm enjoying not having that pressure.
Hey, if you're enjoying it, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you're not having fun, you have to have fun creating content. Otherwise, there's no point. Unless you're making money. But I am working more in my actual job, so your choice.
If I had to do both, I would probably be miserable again. So
yeah, don't. I mean, I create a ton of content, like 3 to 4 episodes a week on average, usually 3. But that's because I just love what I'm doing. So only sometimes does it get to me where I'm like, oh, I'm exhausted. But normally everything's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like work to you yet.
No, and I have downtime in my life and my job and other things, so I need to have this stuff to focus on. Or I'm like, what do I do with myself? So it helps. And I have a goal to beat 100 games this year, and I'm working on that goal. So at the time of this recording, June 8th, I am at 48 games.
That's wild. That's crazy.
Some are short. Some are fighting games. Some are short. Some are not.
I think that you're in a good pace.
Well, I'm end of June, essentially 6 months, and I'm going to have 2 games beaten probably within the next couple. I should have Detroit Become Human beat hopefully tomorrow or Tuesday. So because I have to and I want to. But yes, I'm making good pace. All right. And Nick, you don't have anything to plug, do you?
No, but if you're ever in the Houston area, come on by Simply Coffee in the Heights, and I'll make you a great cup of coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
That sounds nice.
Someday I got to go to Texas. I got to meet a few people from Texas. Bill, Vince, Cody. There's a bunch of people. So I got to go to Austin, Dallas, and Houston.
There's nothing good in Dallas. You should just come to Houston.
I have to see where Kennedy was shot. Have to see that.
You could just play the game. There's a flash game for it.
Reloaded.
So in 2020, I had tickets to go to Texas for work. It was work was paying for it. I was going there for training, and it was in one of the suburbs. It was in one of the suburbs of Dallas. Plano, is that a suburb of Dallas?
It's up there in North Texas. Yeah.
Okay, something like that they were going to send us to for training. And I was like, I am going to take an Uber one day after work and go see where Kennedy was shot. And then COVID happened. So I never got sent to Texas for work. And
Consider yourself lucky.
So I just wanted to go just to go. Like it was like get to go with other manager. Well, after my store closed down because COVID, and I was in a corporate office building, so my store never reopened actually. And then I left the company 2 years later. So I'm like, fuck this shit. I was upset. Not the company's fault, COVID, but idiots that were present at the time. But that's another story. But then ever since then, I've been like, one day I got to see it. So when I do go down to Texas, it's going to be all 3 of those cities I'm going to go to. Plus, I have friends I want to meet from podcasting in all 3 of those cities.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to go to all 3.
You could just say you've been to Dallas, and then I think you're fine.
Gotta see that. You don't know how important that is to me. Like, I'm not joking. Like, I'm a big history buff. History was made there. So I gotta see that.
Yeah. History was not made in Sly Cooper 3.
No. But, I mean, hey, Kennedy getting shot completely alters America a lot. I mean, we would be a very different country if he didn't take that bullet.
That's
so
true.
I don't think he was shot by Oswald, but that's another story.
We probably would have had a 3-year death cycle for Sly Cooper 3, and it would have actually been a good.
Yes, sure that would have happened in this random book. All right, I think we should wrap this up. If you enjoyed this episode, over 800 other episodes of this podcast. We do movies, TV shows, video games, comics, all sorts of content. We have over 800 episodes you can find on Podbean. You can search anything on Podbean. You never know what you might find in our search bar. Type it in. We've done lots of crazy shit. If you want to hear the other 2 Sly Cooper episodes, they will be in the show notes. You can hear Sly Cooper 1 and 2. I mean, actually, the funny thing is the same cast. I mean, they're missing a person from Sly 1. I don't know if Nick was in Sly 1. Emanuel was there, I'm pretty sure.
Of course I was.
I want to say I was in Sly 1. I think I've been here for all 3.
I know one of the people that was in Sly 1 is not definitely not in 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick was in Sly 1 too. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's impressive, sir.
What a game.
That is impressive. So check out all that. Want to give a shout out my awesome intro and outro, courtesy of Helena at Hell Haster. You can follow her on TikTok and Instagram. Check out A Gamer Looks at 40 with Bill Tucker. He's talking Final Fantasy, I'm pretty sure. And also check out absolutely the best podcast, Work in Progress. That's Zach's podcast where he talks about the MCU movies and MCU adjacent movies.
Yeah.
All right. And again, please follow us Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, audio only, TikTok, and rate and review for Get Your Podcast. I think that's everything I need to say. So we will see you guys all next time. Bye, everybody.
Sayonara.
Sly!